Hi, thank you for visiting Varian. My name is Vari, and if this is your first time being here, then a sub and a like to the channel would be greatly appreciated. Those people out there donating through Saweria, thank you. My YouTube members, thank you very much. And also, let's talk about Dragon Quest XI. But before all of that, I was actually going to play Dragon Quest, or Dragon Warrior, as they were calling it at times, since the very beginning, since the first one. But some people said that the first one is actually the third one. That's why the remastered start from the third one and then the first and the second one. And they also said the classics random encounter was pretty cruel, so it may not be beginner friendly or people just trying to get into turn-based RPGs. So anyway, with all that information in my mind, I'm just going to start playing Dragon Quest XI, The Elusive Age, supposedly already the completed edition. So my first impression about this game, I actually been watching like other people's walkthrough or gameplay. One of my friend live streamed it, and I thought this seems pretty okay, just like a regular JRPGs, you know, turn-based with cliche of a story, and it almost feels like it's meant for children or kids, I thought at first, but it was not. It's the story itself was full of cliches, yes, of course, in a hero saving the fantasy world point of view, but apparently I'm loving the twist and how this game actually adult themed. So I didn't get it at first, but the story they pick up for the series, and also some of the jokes, the comedy within the world and the game, it's more towards adult instead of teens or even children. So the adventure itself, I think it's dedicated to those old gamers or maybe veteran JRPG players, but even so, it feels like anybody could enjoy the experience of going through the world. So the world itself is easy on the eyes, and traveling around the areas doesn't feel like a chore. First of all, you get to run around, you could ride mounts, and also there's going to be a fast travel feature unlocked later on in the game. It's not that far, but it's kind of later on in the game. And also because it's not an open world game, the spec for your device, and I think later on maybe, I'm not sure if you could run an EMU on your Android phone or whatnot, maybe you could even play it there because it's not really demanding. And then you could also set it if you have like you know, not so high tier of a spec. But forget about spec for a while. The gameplay mechanics now. Let's talk about the gameplay mechanics. It's super familiar. If you're used to turn-based RPG, then you'll get it. You'll get it right away. It might take any first-timer Dragon Quest a while though to get used to the terms for the skills and abilities, but it's all good. It's all good because they even have an auto battle function in case you want to auto grind later on. Though you are not demanded to grind in this game, because what happened was you'll be able to progress through the story fluidly without so much of distractions or hurdles, and it feels almost linear. And I feel like that in the game. I like that actually in the game because it doesn't break the flow. So you could just follow through the story, you know, picking up different quests along the way, and then you don't feel like your adventure stopped for a while and then you need to do this, you need to finish that, you must complete all of this stuff to strengthen your party or yourself to be able to progress. It's not that type of a game, so it's very enjoyable. And I thought about the quest as well. The side quest itself kind of do feel like a chore. Some of them, like you have to defeat this enemy with this move and combine with this move, but all of these are not required to progress through the game. So the side quest itself, maybe it was meant to be that way for it to be entertaining, but it's quite rewarding, and I don't mind doing it, especially ones that are very cute and funny, I should say, because some of them are like I need to talk to my brother or I need to talk to my sister. Could you send this letter to the person and stuff like that? And then you'll find out the NPCs itself um, have a quite a interesting stories or interesting backgrounds that you kind of want to dive deep into these people's lores and stuff like that in different towns or different cities, because though it might require you to read a lot of stuff, but still it's a very fun activities to do if you're sometimes you get burned out. I mean, doing all the adventuring, doing all the fighting, and you just kind of want to chill out. So this is the type of game that could balance out intensity and cozy relaxation gameplay for any type of gamers or players, RPG players, I should say. And then you could just ease up and play throughout the whole game, just using your own pace and time, and that is rich, that is rare as well. I love also finding secrets in Dragon Quest XI, and for a Square Enix games, the challenges in doing whatever that was is bearable, and you don't have to do it if you don't really want to do it. It feels so good when you made it through the secrets. I mean, finding new events or cutscenes are getting better, finding like items and weapons. So there are in this new completed version, there are new events that we could unlock, that we could experience. Well, I didn't get to experience everything because when you do live stream, when you're having a whole playthrough, and then there's in the back of my mind also, what am I going to play after this game? It's kind of taking the joy a little bit from the gaming experience. But if you like it when you're playing the game, then know this: there are more than the adventure as to offers when you were playing it. There are these little cutscenes, and you can see in the background there, and the gameplay could be played also in 2D. So there's a 3D version, there's a 2D version you can play. There's also, if you're enjoying just to play it fully 3D, there's a side quest that requires you to go to this world in 2D mode, and I kid you not, it's a very joyful experience. And there are also different relationship events, as they're mentioned in this new completed edition, the Elusive Age DLC. So you might want to check that out if you haven't tried it ever before, or kind of doubting yourself if you're going to enjoy the game or not. So other than that, this may also discourage some of you, because I sort of finished the whole game through the main story ending and post-game true ending using only the auto battle feature. Yes. So, well, of course, I set up some equipments, I set up the accessories, the upgrades, the skill tree, and the tactics for what is it that the person should be doing. Because it's like if you ever played Star Ocean, like the AI you could set up, it is something sort of like that. But there are some epic battles or key battles that you could not completely auto battle. But what I did is, without giving you any spoilers, what I did was I did some stuff, to make the battle easier, and then I switched back into the auto battle mode, and then I finished the whole game by just doing that. So it could be a challenging game for you, but it could also be a relaxing game for you. Why am I doing this? Isn't that ruin like the battle mechanics, the gameplay itself? Not for me, because I've been getting used to all this mobile games, all this RPG turn-based mobile games. It kind of ruins me, those mobile games, kinda, just a little bit, because I still enjoys it. The gacha I might hate, but the auto battle itself, if you're doing a grind, in post games mostly, because in post games the monsters, the enemies, they're kind of difficult, but in the main story, in the main game, they're still okay, they're still bearable, and it's not random encounters. You might want to check out other gameplays out there if you want to just see the battle, how it works and whatnot. there's no random encounters in 3D mode. You can see the monsters, you can approach it, you can have a preemptive strike so that you'll have the upper hand because you already done the damage to the monster and stuff like that. So what about the value? So I played the main story. Throughout the main story, doing a little bit of side quests, getting good weapons, finishing up some stories. It only took me about 50 hours, more or less, to do the main story with the auto battle function that I mentioned previously, and then another 10 hours for the post game, because I kind of look around. I'm trying to unlock some stuff, getting some items, trying to open up events, and actually trying to figure out how to defeat the last boss. And apparently I figured it out, and the last boss was not as difficult as I thought it would be. When I finished the game, I was about level 80, no, 70, yeah, 70 to 80. So you could raise up your character's level to up to level 100, and I get until 80, and I was already strong enough to auto battle the last boss. But you know, there's already a lot of fun to be had, and I was going to move on to the next game because I thought 50 hours is a lot for me. I mean, I played a lot of games and 50 hours seems a lot, but if you are the type of casual RPG gamers, then I think 50 is just the right spot to do this. And what happened to me as well, because I live streamed it, so I got distracted a lot by my viewers. So that's a different story as well. Maybe you could finish the whole game in 50 hours or less, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you're very skillful at this type of game. But in the end, the adventure, despite of whatever people said about cliche stories or maybe just the obvious plot twist, I do not feel that in this game. I was wrong. I thought that was going to happen, but apparently not. I was proven wrong several times with this game. And to me, the design, the character design, the world design, the monsters, the storyline, Akira Toriyama understand me the best. Or maybe I'm just too overly fanboying against Akira Toriyama, the late Akira Toriyama. So do I recommend this game? Yes, even though you want to buy it now when it's not on discount, when it's not on sale, when it's on full price, you should. Or maybe just wait until another Steam sale or Epic Games sale, or maybe you got a friend that wants to you could borrow from, or want to sell it as a second-hand price. So you go on and ahead and make sure, if you love RPGs, you get this game right away. Well, it's still, well, I don't know, it's still relevant to the current situation of RPGs, and I'm surely excited for the remaster edition for the Dragon Quest 3 and the first and the second one. So yeah, we'll see how it's going to turn out in the future. And also, if you have any opinions at all, if you disagree with me, if you want to recommend me which Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior should I play next, please write it down in the comment section down below and tell me about it. If you have finished the game, if you've done the post game as well, your experience, your enjoyment playing Dragon Quest 11 through and through. So that's it for me. Thank you once again for visiting Vorian.